Rothschild. I am so glad you've joined me for this womensministry.net devotional. Here's a question for you. Is meek the same as weak? I used to have a guide dog, and if you have followed my story, you may be familiar with him. His name was William, and William had a big problem when we were at the dog school. He had what was called a food distraction. Well, even though we worked on that, and if you've done the Walking by Faith Bible study, you'll remember the story. So we worked on it, but when I got home with William, my trainer had given me specific instructions on how to reinforce William's food distraction so that he could be completely healed of this ailment. And what this meant was every morning before I fed William, I would sit him in front of his food bowl that was teeming with kibble, and then I would tell him to stay. And of course this was so hard for William because he wanted to eat, so his poor little neck would just quiver and he would extend his nose as far as he could toward the food, and he would whine and whimper, and we did this every day. Well, every day we did it, it got a little easier for William. He got a little more self-control. So one day as we were going through this exercise, the phone rang. I answered it, got really involved in a conversation. When I hung up, I realized how late it had gotten. I went and got ready for the day. An hour later, I came back to find poor William still sitting right in front of his food bowl, and he had not taken a bite. Now, is that because William was weak? No, that's because William had finally learned to bridle his strength and to submit his strength. That's what it means to be meek. When you and I are meek, it means we've taken all of our potential, all of our strength, and we've chosen to bridle it and submit it to ultimate strength, which is God. It's taking all of our power and authority and yielding it and submitting it to God's. You see, Jesus was the perfect example of what it really means to be meek. He was strong and powerful. He is the ultimate picture of authority. Yet, in Matthew 8, we see that he was called a man under authority. What does that mean? That means that though Jesus had all the authority of the universe, he still chose to be under the authority of the God of the universe. In his meekness, he was mighty. The most powerful, wise, and Christ-like choice you can make today is to be meek, to submit your strengths to God's strength, so that you can too have all the power that he intends for you to have today. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. Let's stay connected through womensministry.net. There are thousands of women there just like you who want to learn and grow.